Hey everyone, it's Dinah, and we are here for another trailer reaction for a new trailer. I think I have not recorded anything, whether it's a trailer reaction or a TV reaction or any kind of anything, since the Avengers Doomsday trailer for Steve, and I think since then Marvel has dropped a few other trailers as well for Doomsday as well. I think maybe like two or three other trailers, so altogether I think making it four trailers. Haven't had the chance to check those out at all. I think just like my day life and my day job and everything just hasn't really left me in a condition to do much in terms of YouTubing, whether it's recording or editing or definitely not uploading. So hopefully by the middle of this year, I think that can/should change, and hopefully that changes because I definitely want to come back to doing all of this and everything. But that is a discussion for another time, a discussion for another video. But yeah, I think I haven't been feeling that great either. I think I picked up something that's kind of left me really fatigued with a really bad throat, a really horrible throat, and everything. So I'm gonna like talking and like a lower kind of softer voice as well kind of makes it easier on my throat. Um, but yeah, we have a new trailer. This was, I think, teased, I think maybe like a while back by Tom Holland on his in Instagram. This is the official trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So yeah, Brand New Day. I think that's the title they're going with for the movie as well. I think the only other kind of bits of promotion I've really properly seen, officially speaking, for this movie is when they were filming up in Glasgow. They were filming up in Glasgow. I think a lot of the kind of stunt sequences in the Spider-Man suit that they revealed the new Spider-Man suit for the first time too. It looks great. It doesn't look that different from what we saw at the end of No Way Home, but it looks really great, and we got like a great kind of few kind of different poses and different kind of shots of him in the Spider-Man suit when they were filming as well. And honestly, those shots that they took look like they could be ripped very easily right out of the movie. Like a lot of shots of him in the middle of the city doing different Spider-Man things and just looking so quintessentially Spider-Man as well, like in the midst of like a group of people and all that kind of stuff too. So yeah, I think so. I think at least for this year, I think the only, unless I'm wrong, I think the only Marvel movies I think this year we should have are Spider-Man and the Avengers Doomsday movie. And I think honestly, speaking at this point, the former is the one that I'm like, that's the one I've properly broken hiatus and come out of hiatus for as well. Like Doomsday, I think I still haven't watched. Like the only trailer I've watched for that is the Steve Rogers one, and that kind of left me in a okay kind of mood. But Spider-Man Brand New Day, that takes no questions, that takes no doubt. I am here to watch the trailer, and I'll be there day one for the movie as well, potentially, unless I ponder a movie reaction kind of months and months down the line, That one is a day one for me, so yeah, but no, I think this is just, I mean, this is also, I think this presumably will lead into Avengers Doomsday as also. We'll kind of see exactly how he kind of joins up with the new Avengers, or, I mean, we got the new Avengers, we got Sam's Avengers, we got, like potentially like loads of other people coming in for Doomsday as well. It's going to be a whole mad bucket of fun, but yeah, I think this will be the kind of foray into that. But I think above all else, it hopefully is and should be the start of a new trilogy for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So I think we had Homecoming, Far From Home, and then No Way Home, and that was kind of his introductory kind of trilogy into the MCU and everything. And No Way Home was just a masterpiece, with a conclusion to that kind of era of Tom's, Peter's life and everything. So now this is presumably gonna be like the first of a new set of a new trilogy of movies that kind of really show him being the independent hero and being the kind of independent person that he is and that he should be a lot of the time as well. So hopefully we get some good stuff there as well. But yeah, I think I have been, I think, in my kind of journey, kind of being more and more kind of away from most social media. I think I've actually managed to keep ahead of the curve on avoiding spoilers and staying away from any kind staying away from too much spoilery promotional kind of stuff, that like, you know, whether it's the official accounts posting anything or even leakers kind of posting stuff too. I think nowadays leakers are so much more prominent, and they're so much more kind of powerful too, like leaking all sorts of different plot details and casting information and all that kind of stuff too. So I'm glad I'm able to stay away from that. So I think Brand New Day being the title, and the set pictures of Tom in the Spider-Man suit are pretty much all that I've actually seen in this, and everything else is like mostly just like rumors of who people want to see in the movie as well, like in terms of like villains and whatnot. So yeah, I guess we'll see exactly what they have in store for this. But I mean, I was on the way home from work on the train, and I literally saw, like, I opened up YouTube and immediately see Spider-Man Brand New Day official trailer released, like, however many kind of hours ago and everything. I was like, okay, so then I quickly swiped it off, and then I was like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to wait till I get home, have dinner, have a shower, and then, yeah, so, yeah, we are here for the trailer. So, without further ado, let's see what they have in store.
I can't believe our first hit MIT! MJ, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire
he's still
life.
following them on social media.
I knew it!
Oh, I love the go with the practical mask again. I love that. They go with the practical mask. Oh, TASM 2 vibes. TASM 2 vibes.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Something bad was going to happen, and the only way to
It's
stop
machine
it
washable, that's good.
was to make
Key to
everyone
the
forget
city.
about me.
He has the key.
Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
Damn, strong TASM 2 vibes. Oh.
Frank! Hit me with the band!
Quit your whimpering. Suit yourself.
Punisher?
Mother.
Punisher's...
Sometimes Spider-Man has
Frank,
to do the hard
I'm sorry,
thing,
wait,
even
no.
if it breaks Peter Parker's
What?
heart. What is happening?
I'm sorry, we just saw Frank Castle. We just saw Punisher. That was Punisher. How?
Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
Bruce! We've got... Are we gonna get...
Mutating? It would be enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles. When between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see. Stay out of my way.
Scorpion!
You're losing it, kid.
And for those spiders
Oh
who
my
make it
god,
through,
their eye.
it amounts to a kind of
Is that the hand? There's no way that's the hand.
rebirth.
Is that the hand?
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're, a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ,
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
friendly neighbor.
Okay, no, that was... Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot to take in. That was a lot to... Oh my god, okay. That was... We have a defender, an unofficial defender. We have an Avenger, a former Avenger. Presumably a returning Avenger. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if Hulk is in Doomsday. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Scorpion, dude. They brought back Michael Mando. They brought back Michael Mando. Scorpion. He's in the actual suit as well. He's got the thing. I think they brought back a bunch of other people. They got like these ninjas in red. What looks like ninjas in red. Is that the Hand? Did Spider-Man ever fight the Hand? I don't know. But I mean, they've got Punisher, so I don't know if that connect. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell. And that one shot of him swinging through the city and he was carrying the guy, that was right off of like a comic cover that's been like reposted a bunch of times, like the comic book cover and everything. They had Frank Castle. That's John. That's just John. That's Frank freaking Castle. And I think there was next to no actual surprise. It's like they've actually met before. So I don't know if this is going to be like a continuation of some kind of on-screen meeting off-screen meeting that they've had or something. But I mean, he met Matt. He met Matt before. Matt helped him out of a legal tight spot and everything. So there's been that. But he's never met Daredevil. He doesn't know Daredevil. But he's about to meet the Punisher, it seems. So that's a... Oh god, the Punisher on the big screen. That's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah, because I mean, Daredevil Born Again is officially MCU. There's that. That's officially like an MCU kind of project kind of thing. And Born Again season 2 is coming out as well. So I don't know if that's going to connect into this. If this is going to connect into that somehow. That comes out first, so maybe that might kind of have some kind of hints here and there. You know. But yeah, Punisher and Spider-Man, that is I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think given the characters, I was kind of anticipating a Daredevil and Spider-Man team up first, especially because Peter's already met Matt, and he already knows about Matt, but he doesn't know about Daredevil or anything, so... But Spider-Man and Punisher, I think that offers a lot of leeway, that offers a lot of space for some really interesting stuff to actually happen and for it to go down. Oh god, so many good shots in this. I think the cinematography is really gonna go off, like, especially... during a lot of these fight scenes, like there's so many good shots of Peter, or even Spider-Man, even just going up against bad guys and stuff. But I think they're showing a good job of like he's dealing with a lot of sort of stuff on this plate. He's dealing with Frank, who's a vigilante, but he essentially, I mean, again, that's the thing. Like Spider-Man, like notoriously one of those heroes who, you know, he's a hero as well. Something that, you know. According to Frank in Born Again Season 1, he doesn't have time for that candy-ass hero shit. So he you know, Spider-Man is a hero who, like, very, very notoriously and explicitly draws the line at killing. He has a no-kill rule. So him going up against, like, someone like Frank like that, too. Like, he just jammed his gun with the web and then jammed it, did put a Nick Fury on him, jammed him up before he could finish saying motherfucker. But I think Frank seems to be somewhat willing to, I think, work with him. Like, there's, like, another shot later on where they're, like, talking and stuff as well. I don't know, seeing Frank and Spider-Man, that's still something, maybe, I don't know, like, what their dynamic is like in the comics, if they've had similar crossovers or team-ups or anything like that, but I think it would definitely be fun and, like interesting to actually watch it unfold. But he is actually wearing his Punisher vest as well. He's got the whole Punisher kind of garb going on, but plus, I think with him, like, the whole point of him is that he has no secret identity. He is Frank Castle. He's very open about that. That's his whole thing, you know. He's got, like, no one left, like all of his connections at this point are pretty much either superheroes or they're connected to superheroes, so no one who knows him is really truly in any proper danger. But because he was in Born Again, I think this has to take place after season 1 of Born Again, maybe, I think, because, you know, last we saw of him in Born Again, he was locked up in Punisher's in Kingpin's vigilante kind of prison ring kind of thing, but then I think he managed to break out. He managed to trick a guard and then break out and stuff. So I think this feels like it might have to take place some point after that, because then he's also still fully suited up and doing God knows what. I don't know if he's going after the anti-vigilante task force. I think maybe that might play into this some way as well, because then I think Kingpin did name drop him in he name dropped Spider-Man in Born Again Season 1 when he was, like, describing vigilantes and stuff. So maybe that might play. Like, it would be really interesting to actually see that kind of come into play here too. Like, you know, Peter's trying so hard to be Spider-Man and to be successful with Spider-Man, and it's working, but then Kingpin is also in the background actually spreading his AVTF waves and, you know, making life miserable for him and stuff like that. So Bruce is here as Bruce, but I don't know if he's also going to be here as Hulk, because I think because of what Peter's going through, and I think, like, Bruce did mention, like, mutating DNA being, like, a very dangerous kind of thing and everything, so Peter's going to him for advice, but then I don't know if that's gonna bring out the Hulk in him, or if there's gonna be something in this that brings out the Hulk in him. But it's good to see him again. It's good to see Mark Ruffalo in something other than an Avengers movie again. And I think in terms of villains, yeah, I think there's like a bunch of people. I think there's someone here with a hood, not really sure exactly who they are, and then there's some stuff going on here with what looks like possession, because there's people kind of shaking their heads and shaking their bodies, and they're just kind of looking kind of possessed or mind controlled or something like that. So I don't know if he's dealing with something like that here. Michael Mando looks so good in the Scorpion suit as well. I'm glad they actually brought him back as well. Like we literally have not seen him at all since Homecoming, and they gave us that one post-credit scene teasing him being in prison with Vulture as well before they moved that whole thing over to the other kind of movies and everything. So there's that, and yeah, I think there's another guy on the side of a skyscraper with boomerangs. I don't know. It's like it's not Captain Boomerang. That's the wrong universe. I don't know who this guy is. If he's just like a boomerang guy or if he's just really good at throwing stuff. I mean, could have been Bullseye. He could have been really, really bold. He could have been really bold and brave and made it Bullseye. That would have been really cool. But I don't know. I guess not. So yeah, Spider-Man versus Bullseye. Oh, that is a fight I would pay to see. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll buy a ticket and I'll end up and they'll end up surprising us or something. So and then there's this as well with like the red eyes and stuff. So I don't know if that's like that plays into like possession stuff like we saw earlier. But then this, yeah, that's Peter unmasked in a prison cell going up against like red ninjas. If this is the Hand, I really badly want this to be the Hand because I can't remember exactly what happened at the end of Daredevil season 2. Like if they fully dismantled the Hand, or if they just kind of defeated them, or defeated however many of them actually wound up in New York. Because then we saw the Hand returning in the Defenders as well. So it was clear that, you know, however many that Daredevil defeated in season 2, it wasn't all of them. So I think that, I mean, the Hand alone is like a massive global operation. So even if you destroy them in one city, there's still plenty of them out there, equally as capable, if not more. So Spider-Man versus the Hand, that would go down so hard. That would go so hard. And I think, yeah, he's going through, I think, like a very similar thing to Toby in Spider-Man 2, where I think he lost his webbing. And I think he did try shooting a web as he was falling, but then he still caught himself on something. So I don't know if he actually did manage to shoot a web or what's going to happen. But as far as all these movies have gone, he is very similar to Andrew in the sense that he's actually developed his own like mechanical web shooters and everything. So I don't know if they're going to change that. But then there was discussion of like a spider's a life cycle and everything, and how there's 3 life cycles, and between each life cycle, when the spider's changing, that's when the spider's most vulnerable. So I think that they kind of showed off like how he's going through his own changes. He's waking up in his own webbing, and then as soon as he opens out of the webbing, he just kind of falls. Seems like maybe like momentary lapses in time as well. Like he just can't remember. In his letter, I think he did kind of highlight, you know, even if Peter Parker is having a miserable time, Spider-Man is not. Spider-Man is receiving the key to the city. He's being lauded as a public hero and icon and savior for all. But you know, the price of being Spider-Man is that you cannot have any of your kind of former connections. I mean, he's still trying. I think he's still trying to keep them up. He's still following Ned and MJ on social media and stuff. And he's going to their house party. Apparently, he's going to their like housewarming or like house parties at MIT and stuff. And he's still in contact with them. He's still talking to them and stuff like that. So, you know, I think a lot of people did say that it's probably better for them to actually move on from that and actually maybe return to them in the movie that comes after this, or in like later on in this new potential trilogy. Yeah, I don't know. I think so far it seems like for a lot of the story, they are probably going to try and keep him independent and keep him on his toes and keep him kind of sorting out his own problems. Because then I think the whole point of him not telling them who he was and not revealing the truth was to actually keep them safe and keep them away from all of this. But then also the way that No Way Home ended was the fact that he is now completely and utterly alone. Peter Parker has no other connections. His prior connections are all gone. He hasn't really met anyone new. So as it stands, I think this movie does very much still kind of like give him space to introduce himself to new people. Frank being one of them, you know. So that's a hero that he never met before, like an anti-hero that he never met before, and now he's actually, you know, kind of intervening in Frank's kind of missions and his operations and everything, so that's fun. And he's also meeting Bruce too. I think Bruce, he and Peter never, like, they never really, they fought side by side in Endgame, but they never actually properly met each other or actually interacted with each other or anything like that, so I think there's still definitely a lot of space for him to actually have connections that don't risk safety or don't threaten others' well-being and stuff, but then knowing him, he's still, even if he is superhuman, he's still only human, and he is still craving those that he once lost and those connections that he once lost and everything, so you can't fully blame him for going back to what feels familiar and, Yeah, I love the look and feel of the new suit too. I don't know if it's going to be the exact same thing that he wore at the end of No Way Home, but it looks very, very fresh and very, very familiar at the same time. You know, I love that they're going back to like a practical mask as well, like him actually having to pull a mask down and have it over his head instead of all like the nanotech stuff that just kind of morphs over his head. I think the actual fit like that, having a practical physical mask as a prop is so much better, so much cooler, and that feels so quintessentially Spider-Man too. Like him, even even if he can do like a half mask off where it's actually covering his eyes, but then you can still see his mouth and all that kind of stuff too. Which is what he does when he's eating food or making out with someone. You know, that's just what he does. So yeah, but I think he also like even it looks as breathable as Andrews once did as well. So I think he's definitely probably taken a lot of inspiration from his two Spider Brothers after actually having met them and studied them and all that kind of stuff too. He looks a lot more like Peter Parker as well now, I think. Yeah, I think he properly an adult and living by himself, taking care of himself. I think now he kind of has like a more rugged, mature look to him compared to what he was before. Like before he was like, not that he wasn't taking care of himself, but then he was still living with Aunt May. She was kind of doing a lot of like still doing a lot of the parenting and the taking care, like the caring and stuff for him. But now I think he's still like you know, I'd say he looks a lot more like, he looks like slightly more like the Peter Parker I've seen in different kind of comic book kind of iterations. Because I mean, even like every artist has their own way of drawing Peter and representing him in how he looks and what he wears and all that kind of stuff too. But now I think now when I look at Tom, like I actually see Peter Parker on screen as well, like instead of just like an MCU Peter Parker or MCU Spider-Man or anything like that. Like now, like Tom himself actually does look so much more and like he actually does look like he is Peter Parker. So I think that's really like props to the hair and makeup and the costume department. And I mean, just everything about this, like actually showcasing his life as well. Like he actually feels so much more like Peter Parker as well. Oh, and he's still leaving flowers at May's grave as well, even when it's raining. In the lead up to No Way Home, I feel like they really cemented him as like an Avengers character for the most part in the comics. I think that's what he is. Like he occasionally teams up with the Avengers and other hero groups and everything, but down to his core, he is like an independent, like a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He is an independent hero, you know, who looks out for the little guy and is a lot of the time he's street level. Even with his powers, he is street level a lot of the time, which I think is what he wants to do and everything, you know. But I think with the movies, I think I like while I loved his involvement in the movies and I loved seeing him work with the Avengers, I think the movies like leading up to No Way Home, I feel like a lot of it cemented him and his place in the Avengers as an Avengers level hero, an Avengers type hero. So I think now after No Way Home, I think them severing his ties to everything that made him that version of Spider-Man, you know, I think that move was arguably the smartest move they could make to really push this version of Peter to his limits and actually like put him through what his alternate universe selves went through as well. Like all like Toby and Andrew were both kind of independent heroes too. Like they were never a part of any teams. That they had to fight multiple villains on multiple fronts and actually find out how to balance all that stuff too. So I think now that's exactly what they're going to start going for here. Like now he has the experience of having worked against like world-ending level threats alongside the Avengers and actually how to work as a team. But now this is his first time having to actually work by himself, with like a little kind of fragile alliance with the Frank on the side too, but for the most part by himself, figuring out what's wrong with him, what's going on with him, his DNA, all that kind of stuff, and then balancing his side life as Peter Parker as well, keeping Ned and MJ safe and still kind of fighting the urge to properly reconnect with them, knowing what could go wrong, but then also seeing they're actually living happy and healthy, safe lives, but then the one downside is that he doesn't get to be a part of it, like that kind of internal conflict and struggle as well, you know, and seeing MJ move on to like potentially moving on like her people with another guy at the house party and everything, you know, and then all these villains coming out of the forefront too and stuff like that. Like everything about this feels like such a Spider-Man story and stuff. I think it is probably like there's going to be minimal kind of Avengers interference too. Like nothing about his villains are Avengers based or anything like that. Like before, he's always had like villains who were somewhat kind of Avengers based or kind of had ties to the Avengers or ties to that corner of the world. But now he's going up against his own villains. He's, you know, kind of forging his own connections, forging his own path, being Spider-Man, being like a solo runner and everything. And I think that kind of a story, I think, is what makes for a good Spider-Man story. So I think they've got it going on. They've got it going on. I think as far as I know, as far I could be, I don't think this is outdated information. I'm pretty sure this is still true. This movie is also directed by Destin Cretton, so he is one hell of a director. He did Shang-Chi as well, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and he also did Short Term 12 with Brie Larson, aka Captain Marvel. And originally there was another movie in the MCU he was on board for. I can't remember what it was exactly. I think, was it Fantastic Four? I can't remember. I think there was another movie he was on board for, but I think he did step down at the last minute, I think. So yeah, Destin Cretton, I think, again, he did a phenomenal job on Shang-Chi, so I think the fight choreography for this one should be maxed out, like him actually fully utilising all of Spider-Man's capabilities and his agility and all that kind of stuff. You know, again, I feel like that's why so many of the actual shots of the stunts can actually look so good, like they look like they were literally ripped out of a comic, just kind of focusing on Spider-Man's kind of figure and his poses and his movement, all that kind of stuff too, you know. Everything about it looks great. And I think, again, like his work on like humanizing characters and humanizing people and personifying all these different kind of strengths and flaws in people too is so powerful and is so good. So again, him working on a Spider-Man story, I feel like that's a match made in heaven. That is a match made in heaven. So yeah, I can't wait to see what they put Peter through in this, in terms of trauma and conflict and struggles and all that kind of good old fashioned superhero stuff. But I have no doubt Tom, I think, is going to nail it as well. I think Tom kind of kickstarting this new journey into the Spider-Man era and kickstarting this new era of Peter's life too. I feel like he's really gonna stick the landing on this. So, but yeah, that was my official reaction for the Spider-Man brand new day trailer. So thank you guys as always so much for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then feel free to leave a like and comment on what you thought of the trailer and what you feel like is coming up next in Spider-Man's life, and what you hope to see in the movie, and what you caught out in this trailer that you're looking forward to, anything in particular. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So until the next time, bye bye for now.